Welcome to another interesting edition of your flagship program, Telecom Weekly. The program aims at educating, informing and updating you with the latest trends, issues, news and developments in the telecom and ICT sectors, particularly in Nigeria. Telecom Weekly is an initiative of the telecom regulator, the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. At NCC, we support a market-driven communications industry and promote universal access. Once again, welcome. I am your host, Oluwatobi Eniton. Coming up in this edition, telecom regulator showcases talent at one of the world's largest and most inclusive tech events, GITEX Africa in Morocco. On a special assignment, our correspondent takes a look at NCC's intervention in the nation's educational sector. Plus, 10 years down the line, how aware are telecom consumers of the mobile number portability M&P initiative of the NCC? As always, our feature stories today promises to be highly educative. Please stay with us.
On NCC Telecom Weekly, we bring you innovations, trends, policies and stakeholders, redefining all sectors of our economy today. Here, you'll see the actors, policymakers and creativity that will shape your mind and business for growth in line with today's reality. Join us every Friday, 5 p.m. on NTN Network and on radio, FRCN Network on Fridays, 8 p.m. NCC, Connecting Nigeria.
Professor Umar Garba Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission, has urged international telecom companies to take advantage of the opportunities offered by Nigeria's over 200 million people to invest in the country's telecom industry. Dambata made a call at the inaugural edition of the Gulf Information Technology Exhibition GITEX Africa 2023, which took place at Marrakesh, Morocco. The EVC said the Nigerian telecom industry presents numerous viable investment opportunities and the largest ready market in Africa.
The city of Marrakesh in Morocco, also known as Red City for 3 days, hosted the largest gathering of tech giants and startup SMEs in Africa at the maiden edition of the Gulf Information Technology Exhibition GITEX Africa. GITEX Africa is a forum for players in the technology sector to brainstorm and exchange ideas on the global digital economy. The 3-day exhibition attracted more than 900 companies, government entities, startups and participants from over 100 countries to show how digitization and technology are transforming the ways of Africans. The Nigerian Communications Commission was very visible at the event, with a delegation headed by the team lead of the Nigerian Office for Developing the Indigenous Telecom Sector, NORDIT, Engineer Babagana Digima, who was represented by the Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Umar Garba Dambata.
We are supportive of our startups, we are supportive of other partners that are here, all the Nigerian companies, individuals and so on that made it to this event. We're happy and we're hoping that we'll keep on lighting the torch like we said. And of course, GITEX, we're not new to GITEX. Last year we took some startups who won events. We've also sponsored some number of startups in other events across the world that have made Nigeria proud.
The Nigerian Day, organized by the Commission, attracted Nigerians and other African dignitaries to their booth. These dignitaries include Nigeria's ambassador to Morocco, Ambassador Nuhu Bamali, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Jide Sanwo-Olu. Speaking through Engineer Babagana Digima at the Nigerian Day, the EVC noted that GITEX is important to the Commission as an avenue to showcase its brand and attract the much-needed investment that will boost Nigeria's telecom industry. The EVC explained that the Nigerian telecom industry presents numerous viable investment opportunities that telecom companies and service providers can take advantage of to expand the frontiers of their businesses in Africa.
We want to be sure that Nigerians are represented in every field of technology, not only as service providers but also as people who innovate, who create products, who create services, and we want to thank you once again for being with us at the Nigerian Day.
Some of the startups sponsored by the Commission at the event talked about how their innovation are justifying NCC support.
An all-in-one platform that offers a range of services, products and services. So it covers areas of communication, payment, news, marketplace, app store, and many more services. So it allows you to be able to send instant messaging, make video call, audio call, send payment, receive payment, send payment between bank and wallet, between wallet to wallet. It also allows you to make payment using QR code, which is a form of offline transactions, technology that we come up with.
GTEx Africa 2023 is the first edition of the Global Summit to be held in Africa. It is poised to be Africa's most influential forum to accentuate the vast potential of a tech-driven digital economy. It aims to be an international platform for cutting-edge technology for all players from both the public and the private sectors.
One of the thrusts of the telecom regulator, NCC, is to facilitate strategic collaboration and partnership. It is based on this mandate that the Commission has continued to contribute to the Nigerian educational sector through the provision of facilities as well as support for research and technological advancement, especially in the ICT and telecommunications sectors. Our next story highlights some of the intervention areas.
The Nigerian Communications Commission gets its mandate from the Nigerian Communications Act 2003. The Act allows NCC to conduct its regulatory functions independently. While carrying out this mandate, NCC encourages the development of indigenous capacity and spearheads research and development within the industry. The Commission has maintained its positive impact on the development of the educational sector through ICT capacity building across the country. One such initiative is the Wireless Cloud Project, which supports campus-wide wireless access to learning, research and development among faculty, staff and students of tertiary institutions.
The NCC have helped us. They have also supported us in so many ways. One of it is, our flagship program that we call Adapti, which is 100% sponsored by the NCC. Which is Adapti is Advanced Digital Appreciation Program for Tertiary Institution. The NCC, under the able leadership of Professor Omar Garba Ambata, approved, a review in the curriculum where we added emerging technologies, and we changed the two modules. One, the what we normally call IOPT, Internet and Office Productivity Tools, we have changed it to what we now call DSET, Digital Skills, Cyber Security and Emerging Technologies. The other module that we call SPSS is now Data Analysis using SPSS and Power BI. Power BI is a Microsoft tool, another powerful tool for analyzing data, and those modules will be very, very good, particularly for researchers in the universities and tertiary institutions.
The Commission provides the necessary infrastructure, including masts, antennas, networking, and 12 months bandwidth of supply and maintenance support. The Wireless Cloud Project has benefited numerous tertiary institutions in all 6 of the nation's geopolitical zones and the Federal Capital Territory.
The colleges of education is the third tier of our tertiary institutions, and we produce middle-level manpower teachers for basically for our basic education level. As I speak today, we have already launched a learning and teaching platform in all our colleges. Most of our colleges, we just did that for about 12 of our colleges. It's going to be a thing we will expand. And we know our major challenge has been broadband. So this is coming at a very right time to drive the vision of NCC. We are grateful to you, sir. And I would say, because today almost everything is digitalized, there are so many methods of teaching which you can just stay at your comfort with this kind of applications to make learning and teaching and learning easy in our colleges and in our schools.
The telecom regulator also supports institutions of higher learning with the Digital Awareness Program, DAP. This special intervention program addresses the digital information knowledge gap in the country, especially among the teeming youthful population. At the last count, the DAP project has supported 229 secondary schools around the 6 geopolitical zones and the Federal Capital Territory. The strategy of this program is to introduce schools and colleges to information and communication technology (ICT), raise awareness and introduce usage and application of ICT devices through the provision of desktop computers, local area networks (LAN), printers, scanners, Visa dish, and 1-year bandwidth subscription for internet access. The Advanced Digital Awareness Program for Tertiary Institutions, ADAPTI, ADAPTI, is another practical way the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has continued to contribute positively to educational institutions in the country. ADAPTI bridges the digital gaps that exist in academia by providing computers, other ICT equipment, and the necessary facilities to provide lecturers, staff, and students with the requisite ICT skills essential for the 21st century.
On behalf of the entire technical vocational educational sector, we would like to express our deep appreciation for this important event today, whereby 24 of our federal and state polytechnics are going to be awarded this broadband connectivity. This is a major milestone. MBTE has decided to introduce digitalization of its accreditation. From July this year, accreditation will no longer be manual as it used to be in the past. We are going digital. And for these 24 polytechnics, they will have no excuse. They must comply. We can take excuse from the others.
In its bid to promote human capital development, the Commission established the Digital Bridge Institute to train personnel in the telecoms and ICT sectors of the economy. The DBI has its headquarters in Abuja and campuses in Lagos and Kano, with the Yola, Asaba and Enugu, which are yet to be commissioned. Founded in 2004 by the Nigerian Communications Commission, the institute has churned out professionals in the telecommunications ecosystem who are contributing to the development of the digital economy in Nigeria.
The Commission have sponsored the training of 500 staff of National Health Insurance Agency in the new technology. This we have just finished about a week ago. We have trained, like I said, 500 staff. The Commission, NCC, paid fully for the course, and we did. Again, the Commission intervened in training staff of the National Library of Nigeria. We are about to start, the training, but the Commission has approved. Again, the Commission has approved, like I said much earlier, the new ADAPTI, and they have also approved an upward, fee for the cost of delivering the training. These are all going very well in supporting and making sure that DBI exists and continue to do the right thing. So we are getting a lot of support. We thank the NCC tremendously, the board of NCC, the management headed by Professor Omar Garba Dambata.
The NCC has played a crucial role in promoting e-learning initiatives in Nigeria. It has supported the development of online platforms and learning management systems that facilitate remote learning. This has become especially important during the COVID-19 pandemic when schools were closed and students had to rely on online education. With the end of the pandemic, the NCC continued to promote online safety and security in the education sector. It educates students, teachers about safe internet practices, cybersecurity, and protection against online threats. Books and resources have been made available to help students navigate the cyberspace while providing parents, caregivers, and teachers with the necessary resources to stay up to date with the knowledge required to guide their wards. Recall that the federal government's approval for the provision of broadband infrastructure in 18 higher academic institutions and for micro, small, and medium enterprises, SMEs, in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country country. During the launch in Abuja, Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, the Executive Vice Chairman of the NCC, said the initiative was aimed at boosting the national digital economy, noting that the Commission implements the project. The NCC collaborates with educational institutions such as universities and research centers to promote research, knowledge sharing, and capacity building. Through these collaborations, the NCC supports the development of ICT infrastructure, curriculum enhancement, and faculty training. NCC also supports telecommunications-based research and innovations from tertiary institutions in the country. The Commission focuses on projects that are practical, locally applicable, and have the clear potential of contributing to the development of the telecommunications industry. Annually, the Commission requests proposals from academia in tertiary institutions that have visible research ideas and prototypes capable of enhancing the digital economy. NCC envisaged that the initiative will help build capacity in tertiary institutions and promote Nigeria's contribution to the pool of technologies in the communications industry. The Commission continues to work towards enhancing the integration of ICT in education and promoting digital inclusion for students and educators.
You can always be a part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms. For inquiries on this program, you can send a mail to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng. For further details about the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng. Still to come on Telecom Weekly, a special report on the mobile number portability MNP. Details after this short break. Please don't go away.
The most common activities that consume internet data: download and streaming of videos in high resolution, emails with large file attachments, software package updates, always on social media feeds and notifications, online games, remote security cameras, data sent via virtual private networks (VPN).
In furtherance of its efforts to promote competition, improve quality of service, and ensure that consumers continue to enjoy a good experience on the mobile networks, the NCC launched the Mobile Number Portability MNP service for GSM subscribers in April 2013. The MNP enables consumers to switch from one network to another without losing their assigned and identified phone numbers. 10 years later, Telecom Weekly examines the acceptability of mobile network portability and how Nigerians have benefited from it.
Promoting competition, quality of service, and consumer satisfaction remains the priority of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. Hence the introduction of Mobile Number Portability Service in April 2013 to ensure good experience across mobile networks. From a consumer point of view, a porting activation is any process initiated and completed with an existing number by a consumer by switching networks without losing their cellular phone numbers.
Because before now, if you need to, for example, you have a particular subscription from a mobile network operator and you need to move to, you want to get another subscription from that mobile operator, you need to buy a new SIM to be able to do that. That will mean you have two different phone numbers, and you have the scenario where you need to start informing your friends, business associates, colleagues of your new number if you wish them to contact you on that new number. But with mobile number portability, a scheme was put together by the Commission that enables you to get subscription from another service provider without necessarily having to change your phone number. So you basically move with your initial telephone number to the other operator, and you're able to use the same service, the same number.
How has the journey been for Telecom subscribers who have at different times experienced different services and mobile number portability? 10 years since the introduction of mobile number portability, just how well has it benefited the consumers and impacted the quality of service?
I think during a period of time, at one time, my little brother had this issue of SIM network, mobile network and all that. I think he ported from Etisalat to MTN. But for me, I use an MTN line, so I don't think I have any issue with network.
In a situation where your network is serving you well, your network provider is doing well for you, there is no need for you to port. It's always good for one to port from one SIM to the other if the other one is not serving you well.
I believe there's no point you changing network, but you could have multiple SIM. If one is down, you can make use of the other. I'm not a fan of porting because of the difficulties when you port, the time you take effect, and then the problem you face after them.
And SIM portability is a welcome idea because most of these networks, they'll just not be doing customers well. But with the idea of this SIM possibility, they will not be afraid of handling the customers because the customer can swap to MTN to the other network using the same SIM. So in that course, they will be like step up in their service activities so that it will serve customer well and they will maintain their customers.
The benefits of the service to consumers may simply not be overemphasized, especially with the NCC stipulated terms and conditions that consumers who port from one mobile service provider to another should be treated in the same manner as a consumer who ceases service with one mobile service provider and begins service with another. Usually, porting is initiated by a consumer's request through a physical visit to a network provider's customer care center. This physical visit is required to a recipient operator via one of its points of sale to verify the consumer's ownership of the number being ported and the consumer's right to port the number. The recipient operator is required to inform consumers of their obligations to request porting and the implications of porting their number. The NCC specified that service providers give the consumers a clear explanation of their service terms and conditions. The recipient operator shall ensure that the consumer is aware that once a porting transaction has been authorized by the consumer using any of the approved means of port request validation, the porting request cannot be cancelled and must progress to completion. The recipient operator also has a matter of obligation needs to ensure that the person requesting the port of a number or numbers is authorized to do so by means of verifying and recording the person's official validated proof of photo identity. The consumer signs the approved porting request form as the legal instrument, appointing the recipient operator as its agent to close the account with the donor operator. The consumer is requested to text the word port PORT to the toll-free unified short code number 3232. Reviewing the gains of mobile number portability, while some experts believe that the initiative remains one of the most defining and innovative consumer-centric services introduced by the NCC to help improve service delivery and quality of service, others, however, feel that the mobile number portability may not have exactly been a total success story.
If you were using a telecom service by a network service provider, you're somehow caged in the service. So you had about 4 to 5 major network service providers in Nigeria. And once people want to buy a SIM card of a service provider, they know that whatever it is that this provider is going to do, I have to stick with this because this number is going to be my business line, it's going to be my family line, it's going to be whatever it is.
Here are some key facts that Nigerians need to know about the mobile number portability. Mobile number portability (MNP) empowers subscribers and allows them to terminate their relationship with their current network service provider if they are dissatisfied with the quality of services provided. The service provided by all GSM mobile operators in Nigeria, MTN, Globacom, Nine Mobile, Airtel, and now Mafab, are now free of charge. This, however, does not apply to fixed number portability, FNP, or any other form of number or service portability. All mobile phone users, no matter the type of subscription or plan, that is, prepaid, pay-as-you-go, postpaid, contract, simple or single number, or complex or multiple number, can take advantage of the service. Subscribers must visit the customer care office, retail shop, or outlet of their chosen use service provider to request to port their number. Porting cannot be done via telephone calls, text messages, online, or other electronic means. Deferred or delayed porting is not permitted. Only real-time porting of numbers is allowed. You must present valid identification documents, that is, passport, driver's license, or an official identity card that has your picture on it as for proof of identity. Your new network needs to check the credit worthiness to ensure the request to port a number or numbers is not malicious. To port your number, you will be asked to complete a port request form. You will then be asked to send a text message with the word PORT to a short code 3232. Porting is completed within 48 hours. A new SIM card is issued every time you port your number to a new service provider, while your old SIM card ceases to be useful once the porting process has been completed. Subscribers to any network can port at any time and as many times as they like in a given year. However, porting to a third operator or back to your original operator is restricted within 90 days of a previous port. Information on the progress of your porting request is sent via SMS. You can change your mind at any time before you receive confirmation SMS is sent. Cancellation of porting request or porting process is not acceptable once you receive confirmation. For more information, contact your service provider or visit the NCC's website, that is ncc.gov.ng.
We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Telecom Weekly. Please join us same time next week for more insightful information on the telecom industry. Before we go, don't forget you can always be a part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms. For inquiries on this program, you can send a mail to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng. For further details on the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng. Telecom Weekly is brought to you by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. Until we come your way again next week, I am Oluwatobi Enito saying bye for now.